Hi, welcome to my channel Zenifest. Have you ever felt like life was pressing down on you from every direction? I have. There was a time when I looked at my bank account and felt fear, not because I wanted luxury, not because I wanted expensive things. I was simply worried about getting through the next week. I remember lying awake at night, thinking about money, responsibilities, and the future. The stress followed me everywhere. It felt like a weight on my chest. The hardest part wasn't even the lack of money, it was the feeling of being alone. Sometimes I felt like nobody truly understood what I was carrying inside. I smiled around people, but deep down I was exhausted. And that's when I found something that slowly changed my life. Nature. Not a complicated technique, not a secret formula, just nature. Whenever I felt overwhelmed, I would go outside. I would sit under trees. I would watch rain fall from the sky. I would listen to water flowing in a stream. I would feel the wind touch my face. And sometimes interesting started happening. My stress became lighter. I felt calmer. I felt safer. Many people ask me why I use nature in my manifestation practice. The answer is simple. When I had no energy inside me, nature seemed to have endless energy. The sunlight never judged me. The wind never criticized me. The rain never told me to stop dreaming. The trees never laughed at my goals. Nature simply accepted me. And honestly, during some of the hardest moments of my life, that acceptance meant everything. I used to tell myself, if nobody is here to hug me today, the sunlight can hug me. If nobody understands me today, the wind can sit beside me. If I feel lost, the sound of flowing water can remind me that life keeps moving. That may sound simple, but it changed my mindset completely. Instead of fighting my emotions, I started accepting them. This is actually the first step of my manifestation process. I don't pretend everything is perfect. I don't force myself to be positive when I'm hurting. If I'm stressed, I admit I'm stressed. If I'm scared, I admit I'm scared. If I'm worried about money, I admit it. Because denying reality creates more stress. Acceptance creates peace. After accepting where I am, I begin the second step. I start asking myself questions. Instead of repeating affirmations all day, I use questions. For example, if I am struggling financially, I don't spend hours saying, I am rich, I am rich, I am rich. Because sometimes my brain immediately argues back. My brain says, no, you're not. Look at your bank account. And then I feel frustrated. So instead, I ask questions. What if things improve? What if new opportunities are coming? What if I am more capable than I think? What if this difficult period is temporary? What would my life look like if I solved these problems? My brain doesn't resist them as much. And once I start asking questions, I begin visualizing. I imagine myself receiving good news. I imagine myself paying bills comfortably. I imagine myself feeling relaxed about money. I imagine waking up without financial stress. I focus more on the feeling than the exact details. Because feelings create belief. Now, here's something important that many people misunderstand about manifestation. I don't believe manifestation is only visualizing. And I don't believe manifestation is only affirmations. I believe there should be balance. For me, the best ratio is almost 1-to-1. Half acceptance and realistic awareness, half visualization and manifestation. Let me give you an example. Imagine you want to save 10,000 euros. Reality says, I currently have only 500 euros. Manifestation says, I can create a path toward 10,000 euros. Reality says, I need a plan. Manifestation says, I believe opportunities exist. Reality says, I must take action. Manifestation says, I trust that my effort can create a result. When these two work together, something powerful happens. You become hopeful without becoming disconnected from reality. That's the sweet spot. That's where I found the biggest changes in my own life. Over time, my mindset became stronger. I noticed opportunities that I previously ignored. I made better decisions. I became calmer under pressure. And little by little, my situation started improving. Not overnight, not magically, but steadily. And looking back, I believe the biggest transformation wasn't the money. It was the person I became. Because before manifestation, fear controlled my thinking. After manifestation, possibilities started guiding my thinking. So, if you are watching this right now and you are struggling financially, emotionally, or mentally, I want to leave you with this. Go outside, spend time with nature, feel the sunlight, listen to the rain, watch the trees move with the wind. Allow yourself to be present. Accept where you are. Then gently ask yourself, what if things can get better? What if I am stronger than you think? What if my next chapter is already beginning? You don't have to force yourself to believe everything immediately. Just stay open, stay consistent, stay patient, and most importantly, keep moving forward. Because every river reaches the ocean by continuing to flow. Thank you for being here. If this message resonates with you, leave a comment sharing your experience with manifestation and nature. And remember, you may feel alone sometimes, but the wind still blows, the sun still shines, the rain still falls. And every new day brings another opportunity to begin again. Thank you.